Welcome in to the girls 4A lacrosse state championship as we've got a pair of region champs going toe-to-toe to try to capture the title. The Region 8 Payson Lions taking on the Bear River Bears. Thank you for joining us, everyone. My name is Dane Stewart. Please be joined by Kenzie Christiansen. Kenzie, these two teams have been top of their respective division or region, top of the classification all year long, and we do get 1 versus 2 here in 4A for all the marbles.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a super exciting game. Both of these teams have had very well-played seasons, very respected, like you said, in both their regions. Overall in Utah as well, they're two great teams with great demeanors and great attitudes. So I think it's just going to be all around a fun game to see how they're going to turn up today.
A combined 37-1 of the records for these two teams on the year. Pretty remarkable. 19-0 for Bear River, undefeated in region play, obviously. Payson 18-1, had 1 loss out of region to a 5A team. But two teams that I think will be fun to watch today. Bear River, a lot of offense. Shelby Wilkinson, the junior, 79 goals this year. Mackenzie Mickelson, the senior, has 112 goals. She has an opportunity to etch her name near some top of the state records, depending on how this game goes offensively for the Bear River Bears. Starting goalie today will be Tristan Smart, the sophomore, a .516 save percentage, and that's where I think these two teams have some comparability. When you look at Payson, McKenna Meekum, a senior, a .598 save percentage. Both goalies have been really strong all year.
I think they both have had a really strong year. Along with seeing them in semifinals, I think that they have really excelled as individuals, but also unified with their team. They've been able to lead their team and their defense throughout the whole journey.
We talked about the 2 leading goal scorers for Bear River. They also have Jersey Larkin, the senior, has 46 goals, but the offense for Payson really flows through. They've got a senior, Morgan Jacobson. She's got 67 goals this year. And Carol Yost, number 7, she does everything. She's all over the field for this Payson.
Oh, yeah,
team.
Yost was amazing and so fun to watch during the semifinals. She was up and down the field, left and right, swooping up all the ground balls, making the goals. Just overall a well-played athlete and very fun to watch. And I'm excited to see how she turns up today, especially since the Lions had the opportunity to watch Bear River previous to their game. But on the flip side, too, Bear River did have the opportunity to stay behind and watch the Lions.
Leah Sorensen, also a great goal scorer, 45 goals for her this year. She'll step in to take this opening draw for Payson. The Lions in the road green and Bear River in the home whites. And we are underway in the 4A state title. It will be Payson with the opening possession. Want to let you know the clock you see on your screen, unofficial. At times we start it early, stop it late, that sort of thing, to try to keep it trued up with the official clock here in the stadium. That one ricocheted wide. Payson's still on it, looking right in front. Couldn't connect. Here's Jacobson. Shot and a goal. The Lions on the board first.
That was actually a very fun goal. There was a lot of movement. She got an assist right in front of goal just to plop it in. Like, that was a lot of chaos in front of that cage, but she was able to keep composure and get that ball in the back of the net.
68th goal of the year for Morgan Jacobson. Talk about how good she has been for Payson.
Yeah, absolutely. We were talking, she unfortunately got carded out last game. She got 2 yellow cards, but she still made a huge impact before those cards happened. She was still one of the highest scorers. She had tons of assists. She's a great teammate, and I'm excited to see that she's back on the field today and probably ready more than ever to play this game.
Do you have a pretty good wind here down in Harriman, right to left on your screen? So Bear River playing into it. Payson has it at their backs here in this opening frame as we see the first offensive possession coming up here for the Bears.
Wilkinson had a great snatch right off of the circle, being able to possess the draw and carrying it all the way downfield so far.
Bear River will take it back behind the cage. This is Mickelson. Talk about her in the open. 112 goals this year.
Absolutely phenomenal athlete. Obviously not selfish as she tried to lead that assist to her teammate.
Ground ball here, and the cover will give it back to Payson. They've had 2 really good championship games today here already. The 5A, Olympus took care of business against Park City as they alternate state championships. in that classification. And then the 6A, Fremont representing the North. Bear River trying to do the same here.
Absolutely. I think that there's been a lot of growth across the whole state to see someone new in the 6A to, play at the championships from the North, but also not just play in it, they won it, which is super great to see. We have the Bears here from the very far north to be able to keep representing, some of the, as some people say, underdeveloped programs.
It's pretty remarkable when you look at this Bear River roster. It fills out the page. They've got a huge program up there. What a job Coach Webb has done of building this team into one of the tops in 4A. But this is Payson with a 12-meter opportunity. Worked in front, shot and score. It's 2-0. Payson, what a start.
That was a great shot. I thought the player that was originally starting with the ball, that she was just going to take it in. But no, she looked ahead for her teammate. I think it was, you said Morgan Jacobson?
I thought it was Jacobson. I'm waiting. No, he called it to Rowley, I believe.
Rowley?
Yep.
Okay. They do look kind of similar. But, she passed it down to Rowley for that great assist, right to goal. That's the majority of how they made the goals last time. So it's exciting to see that they're keeping with tradition. Super great energy. You can feel it on the field. You can feel it out here. This sideline is over here packed and filled with the green.
And off the draw, Bear River able to win it. This Bear River group, they've scored 20 multiple times this year. It's a potent offense. He's trying to work around. I believe this is Shelby Wilkinson.
Yeah, Shelby Wilkinson won it off the circle and is continuing to have possession.
Had that jarred loose, but we do have a whistle here. We'll leave it here with Bear River.
Wilkinson's going to take it out to the first inside. I believe it was in the spear that was called. I could be wrong, but it's in the, so I'm going to go with taking the first inside. She's a right-handed player in a right-handed position, so it should be hopefully easy lane.
And peeling off, now shooting space.
Yeah, that moved her over to the second inside for the 8-meter opportunity for the shooting space. Nice wind-up step and goal.
Lacrosse, yeah. Couldn't tell. It kind of looked like it was I didn't see it cross. I was a little late coming back, trying to manage multiple things here, but Bear River with a good answer.
Yes, she was able to get an awesome step, open her hips, and use her full body to torque that ball right into the back of the net.
Sorensen and Mickelson on the draw.
So we'll head back here to the draw. Bear River back-to-back 4A state champs. And this will go back to the Bears. Started with Wilkinson. Tough to handle.
Yeah, these passes haven't been quite on cue for what both teams have been wanting. The passes here inside the 8 for the attacking end of Bear River just have not made the mark with connecting net to net on the sticks.
Feels like last year this Bear River team was just faster, stronger. Payson here early has looked up to the task, and they are a physical bunch. We saw them in that semi.
Absolutely. They're out here to, just play the game. Something we were talking about during the break is that a lot of lacrosse players are just pure athletes, able to play the game as they are able to play other sports throughout all the seasons.
Criddle bringing it ahead here for the Bears. It's one of the things that when you watch Bear River, you love to watch them, you hate to play against it because it is so quick.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were talking about who could play who, and Bear River, I think, stands a chance to just about everybody in the state.
They are certainly one of the top programs in the state. Here is Larkin.
That's Cummins.
Oh, that one took a bounce in the crease. Kept here with Pearson. Good stick work. Martin making it tough. It'll be Payson possession. Playing the red lines here today. Love this stadium. Love the setting. It's a great size for so many sports, but there are a lot of lines to try to navigate through. So red lines here today. And don't envy the grounds crew. They do a great job, but they have to scrub and repaint and clean, and it's a lot of work. Here comes Payson. Davies, shot and goal.
What a great breakaway. Able to take that down center lane, get the assist, sprinted on in, protecting her stick on a tight cradle, and able just to snap it on through past the goalie.
Do you know the most goals that Payson has given up this year? Or that Bear River's given up this year?
How many?
You don't have a guess? No guesses?
7. Okay, let's say 7.
8.
8. Oh, wow. That's close. Wasn't that number 7 that just shot that goal, though?
It was number 1.
Number 1.
Erica Davies.
You know, I
But
just can't with numbers.
3 in the first 5.5 minutes by Payson.
That is
Beautiful start for Coach Jacobson's group.
absolutely. Jacobson, I think he's a new to staff here, and he's done a phenomenal job with this team through this season. I originally thought last time that it was Morgan Jacobson's dad. Different spellings, my bad. I might have mentioned that, so my apologies. But yeah, no, still a phenomenal coach, really leading these girls to the next level.
Draw kind of bouncing around. Bear River trying to get it. They do. I think that's Gracie Page. Asking for patience with these numbers. Sometimes they get bunched up, can be difficult to decipher. Appreciate your patience.
Or you're just me and can't read numbers. 1, 7, close enough.
Yeah. We'll go approximate.
Yes.
Nicholson standing up top. She's got it here. Midway through the opening quarter, Wilkinson. Trying to cut through, wouldn't go. Martin's had an active defensive stick today. This one can't catch up. It'll stay here. That Payson D, though, they're really congesting that interior.
Absolutely. They're staying tight to the core, which is smart. Yeah, you know, it's gonna keep them out. It's got to watch your footing, make sure you don't get 3 seconds of shooting space.
Nicholson. Wilkinson working around.
Yep. Shooting space. Shooting space is when a defendant gets in the lane of the shooter, not within a stick's length. It is a huge safety call, which gives them the 8-meter opportunities.
They put this at the 8 here. Wilkinson, the shot and goal. 2 goals early here for Shelby Wilkinson.
She sliced that 8, and she was able to keep her stick protected and did a good snap off right to the bottom shelf of the goalie's ankles.
Fundamentals. When you play a Titan like Bear River, right? 2-time state champion, undefeated this year. Can't kick yourself in the shin. And shooting space, those types of calls, when you give 8-meter looks,
they're going to take it.
It's a problem, right? Because they're so talented, so good. And
especially when you have someone like, Shelby Wilkinson taking those 8 meters, like she's 2 for 2 already.
Yeah. And I know that's a lot easier said than done, because the other part of that is how talented Bear River is. They can find and create those opportunities so easy.
Absolutely.
Wilkinson off the bounce coming up.
I like seeing their off-ball movement. Not a lot of them are standing around. They're keeping their feet moving, cutting through, trying to help each other out with picks.
And the other thing is it's really making that Payson defense work too. And if you're there defensively, you got to be so crisp and clean to ensure all your handoffs, transitions, all that's clean. And this one lost out. It'll go back to the Lions.
Morgan got so excited she left the ball behind. Good stick protection, tucking it to that left side.
Coming ahead, up with Hales. Lost it. Gathered by Bethany Richard.
Look at the strides on that girl. Great job, great run. She had Sydney Cummins, their center, but that's a lot of sticks to have to pass through. You know, as a defender, you keep your stick up to interfere with any passing lanes. Also will help you to crash in and not get as many shooting space calls.
Back with Wilkinson.
Three seconds.
Yeah.
3 seconds is a major foul if you're standing inside the 8, which is that smaller fan. For longer than 3 seconds, it's a safety and a fair call, so you get pulled back.
Wilkinson works right to the edge. Shot, goal, 3 apiece. Shelby can do more than score. She can find her teammates. Great finish there by Larkin.
That was a great goal, great assist. I thought Shelby was going to try and take it in by herself, but might as well give some starring moments to some of the other players out there on the field and pass it over to Larkin.
And that's what we were talking about with the movement off ball and the way they can pass the ball. Boy, defensively, you just got to track. There's so much to keep an eye on and to be able to react and respond to.
Yeah, no, there is a lot to watch out for. That's why, like, you know, we can't hear it over the fans, but I guarantee those goalies are talking. Goalies are the eyes on the field, you know, just kind of trying to communicate what's going on. As the attacker, you can hear everything that goalie's saying. So, you know, you're just trying to play and react to whatever you're seeing and whatever you're hearing as well, working together as a teammate, as a team, just having some good connection.
Bear River making these draws tough. They've won another one. Wilkinson.
Pushing. Pushing is a major foul. It will put the defendant behind, and it is a self-start because she is outside the CSA. CSA is the 12 to the dots.
Good ball movement. Right in front, Mickelson. That one didn't make its way through. At least I don't think, but that's a long ricochet.
I think it hit the pipe.
Did it?
I think so.
I was going to say, with that ricochet, it had to hit something.
Yeah.
I didn't see that get in the crease. That's why I thought I didn't make it. But
maybe it didn't. I don't. It's obviously it had some strength and velocity to get all the way out there.
Yeah, it certainly could have. I could have just lost. That's
well,
more
it's kind of
likely
hard
than
when
not.
the pipe is yellow, so it's kind of a little bit harder to trace.
Oh, deflected just over. Backed up here. Yeah, I've been trained to see orange all week, and now we got yellow here.
There's a lot of normally orange pipes, yellow nets, or white nets. We have the B stay. We like our black and yellow.
That's right. Bear River start here beyond the 12. 80 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 3 apiece. Kerrigan tried to get it back to Larson, but Payson able to deflect, now trying to possess. They've got it.
A lot of this game so far has been about who can possess the ground balls, who's going to be able to capitalize off of them.
And these challenges by both sides. This one giving it back to Bethany Richard. Richard finding a seam, working in front. And that one, backed up here by JC. Nice job there by Larkin. She'll start coming around, has a lane, shot, goal. Bear River taking the lead.
She didn't defeat one defense, but 2. Was able to spiral past them for a great shot.
We have a card being shown here after. This is going to go on Payson.
So Larkin's still able to keep her goal.
4-3, and now Payson will be player down for the next 2 minutes.
2 minutes for check to the head.
And these are those moments where Bear River can really take advantage.
Absolutely. But we also got to make sure that Payson is staying on their toes and making sure that they have their 4-man back.
It feels like Payson hasn't won a draw
They
in
have
the last
won
6-7
draw.
minutes. One?
One draw. I keep stats sometimes.
And this will be given here to Bear River because of the penalty. Here they come. Mickelson Oh, look at her use that upper body to lean, create a lane. Oh, she was actually left alone. Goalie comes out, and a little trickler that's in. No, yeah, okay. I thought there was a bit of a delayed reaction there by the official.
I know everyone was like, well, when you're officiating, you do, if you're that low official, you have to look to your other two officials. Like, did you see it cross two? Yes, we all agree. All right, it's a goal. And so that's just a little bit of a hesitation, making sure we all got it on the same page. But phenomenal goal nonetheless. Was that Mickelson?
I think they credited Larkin.
Larkin? Okay.
That'd be her third of the quarter.
Wow, good honor. You know, it's her senior year. She has nothing to lose. Let's take every shot and opportunity that you can.
Was this 3-1?
3-1? What do you mean 3-1?
The score. Was Payson up 3-1 at one point?
Yes. What? What was your question?
Kenzie just broke her pen.
You confused me. I'm sorry.
I was thinking Payson led 3-1.
Oh, okay. They got up 3-1. They did not. No.
Okay. Payson with a critical draw win. Boy, just fighting through and scoring would not be denied. What a take from start to finish for Leah Sorensen.
That was actually a really good take. She was able to squeeze her way through to defense and make it right into goal.
8 seconds remaining in the quarter.
That was a great job. You're a player down, right? So
Yeah.
it's one where it's like, hey, look,
Well, there's two options. You have a lane, take it, obviously. But if you don't, hold it out to run out the card, right? So she had the lane. She kind of created it. She did create it for herself, but was able to get through and go.
back to a 1-goal difference.
7.
That was the first draw they've won since the very first draw of the game.
Working to the middle. Won't be able to get a shot away. That'll do it. First quarter complete. 5-4. Bear River leads Payson in the 4A state championship. Ready to start our second quarter. Still about a minute 20 to go here on the Payson card.
You know, man up, man down. Payson's been able to make contact with the back of the net regardless. But I do know that I was watching that Payson goalie a little bit. She's beating herself up a little bit for coming out and allowing that one to trickle in. So I bet you she's going to stay secured inside of that goalie circle.
This draw won by Bear River. Here comes Wilkinson. Trying to feed in front. They caught him again. That's one where you almost think that's a shot going wide. And instead,
wait,
no goal.
No goal? Crease violation. Oh, snap. That's unfortunate for Brooke.
That was Brooklyn Briel. So Meekum will drop this, allow her team to come in and gather. Trying to navigate that sideline. Yulstein bringing it ahead, lost it. Here's Wilkinson. Nope. About another 20 seconds here for Payson to try to kill this off.
Oh.
We're talking about Bear River can use those advantage moments to pull away. Just the one Bear River goal during this penalty, and Payson matched it, is Davies back on the field and Payson back to even strength. That pass couldn't be handled. It's over to the Bears.
I mentioned it before. This is going to be a ground ball game. Whoever's going to win that ground ball is more likely to go with the saying.
This will be Wilkinson to start.
I am noticing a difference between watching 5A to 4A is there is bigger reactions on the foul from the defendant than I did see with 5A. Probably just about the same amount of calls. It's just they're getting a little bit down on themselves out there. They're kind of like, oh, dang it, and walking back versus, what I saw with Park City Olympus. They ran back. They're like, yeah, I did it. Okay, whatever, right? Just take the call and move on. Where this has just been a little bit slower.
How much of that is just because it's also a championship, right? There's a lot more on the line, not a customary game.
I think so. I think it's just there's a lot on the line. Also, just being able to like shake it off, move on, versus like letting it play out.
As I get older, I've become just a bigger and bigger fan of mental resilience and mental performance, and
Absolutely.
we get a call here. Becomes such a big aspect of a team and individual athletes as well.
Yeah.
To your point. Here's Wilkinson, had a pair of goals in the opening quarter.
From 8 meters.
Yep. Oh, kind of deked that a little bit. Right in front of the crease, that flag held up. We get the call. When does an official determine to make the call on that delayed flag?
When she's pulling out, when she's no longer able to make a goal. So when she starts coming out and can't make the goal, the whistle's blown.
Okay. So this will be straight away for Shelby. Duck under, shot and goal. Back to a 2-goal lead for the Bears.
We said it just a moment ago. We'll say it again. Wilkinson does capitalize on those 8 meters. She's 3 for 4 right now. Really great overall shot. She was able to protect her stick that whole time. She kept her stick in front of her face as she ran in through all those Payson defense to the great goal.
8.5 to go.
Jacobson and Nicholson on the draw.
And it is 6-4. 3 goals for Wilkinson, 3 goals for Larkin. Meanwhile, 4 different goal scorers for the Lions. Battle for this ground ball. Bear River trying to get it. And they do. I think that's Wilkinson. Yes, it was. Shelby still with it. Here's Mickelson. She hasn't got going yet. You know, her time will come. We talk about how prolific this offense is.
Yeah, it's been Larkin-Wilkinson show right now.
Yep.
I don't think anybody's minding as long as the team is winning together. Any foul that happens behind the goal, as said of X, does get pulled back to the dot.
Mickelson tried to work that up, was deflected, and Payson with it. Muhlstein. Bear River back on it. Kerrigan. Oh, nice play there by Payson. They get it back. Sorensen plays ahead. Jacobson has a window. The shot and goal. Payson with an answer.
It's been a minute since we've seen them get on that attacking end, able to get in front of the shot. She was pumped up. You could see her stick ready as she was sprinting in through the 12, getting that left side of the goalie, moving over and ripping it through. That had some heart behind it with that shot.
You know, as they were trading possessions through the middle, you could just kind of see players were getting so exhausted. And getting it up to Jacobson, who hasn't had an opportunity due to possession the last couple minutes. She was ready to go. Garrett,
like, this is
energy 100%. Go down and
This
score.
is mine to Lucy in a little bit. Yeah.
Great finish. Back to a 1-goal difference. Payson has always answered. Close this back on Bear River.
Absolutely, yeah. 1-goal differential. Has been a tight first half.
And Bear River coming off one of their closest games of the year. That semifinal against Waterford, 12-7, the final score there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually going to go back to Payson on the call here. Jacobson holding the back of her head.
Yeah, there was a little bit of love given to her.
We mean Philadelphia type love, not,
Philadelphia type of love, right?
the city of brotherly love. No?
You made me think of
We got a lot to teach you about Philly.
Yeah. Philly cheesesteak, that's all I got.
A+. That's a good start. Payson coming ahead. They've got a chance to tie it. Looked in front. Rowley from behind the cage. Couldn't connect. Ground ball here. Kicked out. Payson is there. Jacobson trying to gather. We've seen a lot of extended ground balls today. This one won by Mickelson. She'll play this up.
Oh, I thought that was going in. I think that would have made us off. That would have made a 12-meter goal there.
Did they deem that a pass?
Yeah, it was. It was a pass.
All right.
Ooh. Scary moments when that happens right in front of goal.
Just hope the spin on that ball doesn't take it somewhere you don't intend. We get a timeout taken? Yeah. Good timeout here by Coach Jacobson and the Lions. 6-5. Payson out in Payson trailing Bear River by 1. 5 to go. Sorry about that. We'll get our clock right for you. 5 to go. And Payson possession. Bear River trying to make this clear. Difficult. Apparently my throat's having a difficult time. Twice my voice is cracked in the last 2 minutes.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
In fairness, it's game 12 in 3 days.
Yeah. Yes.
So
More than that. You had 6 girls, 6 boys.
I only did
now
5. 5 and 5.
Okay.
Here comes Payson. Miller bringing it ahead. Tough pass, just got through to Yost. We haven't called Carroll's name. Here's Corbin. Dangerous pass again. Bear River deflected, trying to possess. And Davies able to collect, trying to send back up. There's Larkin. JC's been great today. Here she comes, JC navigating traffic and save. First big save from Meekum, I think, today. It's a good one. Bear River trying to get it back, cannot.
Calling a push, I think, on Mickelson.
Here comes Lindsay Meekum. She's got a lane. Boy, that has jumped out of the mesh a couple times today for Payson.
It's because their cradle stays very vertical, so it's a little harder to control when it's super straight up and down. You have to have a certain amount of strength and velocity and power behind your cradle to keep it in such a straight up and down stick.
Payson starting. We can still tie this game up with a goal here. Staying on it. Sorensen the shot. That was fought off. Nice job there by Smart. Criddle looking ahead. All sorts of room here for Cummins. Plays over. Larkin. Oh, what a decision. Right in front. Number 4 today for J.C. Larkin.
What I thought was very interesting about that is she went from all the way from the south side of the 8 all the way atop the cross. They thought she was going to settle down, but she re-attacked right when she hit that north side and created that lane for herself.
She used her speed as a weapon, right? It's kind of, oh, we're slow, angle, boom.
Yeah, exactly. And light the ignition right there.
Unofficially the 50th goal of the year for J.C. Larkin, the senior.
Sorensen and Nicholson on the draw.
Back to a 2-goal difference.
Now you got that Sweet Caroline song stuck in my head.
We've had a great semifinal and final week. That Brighton Olympus game was
intense.
One for the ages.
2 minutes remaining, 2 minutes.
Mulestein, we're inside of 2 to go here in the half. Payson has always responded when they've trailed by 2. Try to get it in front. And trickling through. Jacobson with it. Trying to work to the middle. Boy, physicality. Name of the game, offensive foul. Yeah. The charge call there. You kind of see her trying to back it down and knew that was kind of right on the cusp, and the official there to make the call. And now we'll stop it here, 1:28 to go. Bear was a little slow to get up. I think they're going to have to make a sub here because of the stoppage. I think it's Adams who just came on to start. Just running out. It'll head back to the Lions. 80 seconds left in the half. Sorensen coming ahead.
I liked how the defense kept their feet moving, anticipating her next move versus staying super strong still.
Tough centering attempt there. Ella Criddle was right there with it, able to deflect. Bear River. Do we have a timeout taken?
No, she was stopping the clock.
Yeah. Bear River was signaling for a timeout. I think that they granted the timeout before that pass was thrown.
Okay. I was like, I don't know why she's pointing at the ground. Got it.
Timeout Bears. Bear River will have it. Good timeout there by Coach Webb. Saved the possession. Only 49 seconds left in the half. Can't take them with you. Might as well use it.
Good point.
What?
Touche.
No?
Yeah, touche. Yeah, you can't take it in. I don't know. I don't have much to say to that, but touche.
It evaporates when you cross the boundary line at the break. So
I don't know if it's two. Is it 2 outs per game or
I thought it was per half.
It might be per half.
Good take, Mickelson. She's not scored yet. Got a step. And we'll get a whistle here to stop with 26 seconds left. And she's earned an 8-meter opportunity.
She took 3 different drives to get to the opportunity she's at now for the second inside. Right-handed player taking that hash.
Looking for a shot and a goal. Mackenzie Mickelson finally in the scoring column for Bear River.
It was super great to be able to keep her stick covered and safe as she was able to pull it back to her dominant right side and shoot it through.
Now the largest lead of the game for Bear River at 3. That's her 113th goal of the season.
Wow.
We got some fun facts if she can get 2 more.
Sorensen and Nicholson on the draw.
That's a tease. That's why you got to hang around the second half.
Absolutely.
See if she gets the 2 more and Then we'll have some fun facts for you.
I think the only other person I know that's ever gotten that high is Brooklyn Sotomayor from Syracuse a couple years ago. She had probably one of the highest number of goals I've seen in a season.
Well, now you've ruined the fun fact. There you go, Kenzie.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that's where that was going.
It's actually, that's not entirely correct. We'll get to that, though. Offside here.
Nope. Blockage going back to Lions.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Countdown on. Payson, can they get a look? Sorensen.
2, 1.
In the sphere, that will do it. 8-5 the advantage. Bear River as we head to the half, leading Payson in the 4A state championship.
Quarter, Bear River 8, Payson 5.
Start of the third. Bear River leading Payson 8-5. Payson started really impressive, Kenzie, but a 3-1 second quarter felt like Bear River was starting to kind of take control of the game. If you're Payson, what do you try to get back to that was so successful for them back in the first quarter?
I think energy and morale. It's been a long days coming to this point here. All the days of practice, you just got to get all your energy and drive to come forth and show that you deserve to be here and that you want to be here. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing is, like, who wants it more? I think they both have good skill sets, just who wants it more.
It'll be Jacobson and Mickelson here to draw to start this second half. 4 goals for Larson, 3 goals for Shelby Wilkinson, the one for Mackenzie Mickelson. Rounds it out for Bear River in the half. 2 goals for Morgan Jacobson to lead the way for Payson. Sorensen, Rowley, and Davies each with 1. And off the draw, it will be Bear River possession. Payson's done a good job of getting this game to a tempo that gives them an opportunity to hang around. That one just got through to Wilkinson. Scooped up in front, couldn't get a shot on frame, and Payson now working on the clear. Miller with a big surge for the Lions.
They've had some pretty good stick handling throughout that transition.
Yep. Yolstein into traffic. Nice little roll there. Yost lost it as she was approaching the cage, and she'll have a start here from 8 meters.
And an 8-meter opportunity. As a right-handed player, she's put on a left-handed shot. Most likely she'll run it in or look for a teammate or pull it out.
Coming in shot, and that was handled, but we do have a whistle here. And is this going to be a foul on Bear River?
For slash, yep. Unfortunate, she'll be out for 2 minutes. That is obviously a major foul by getting a yellow card. It's going to be 2 minutes. I think this is their second yellow card of the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Penalty number 19, Josephine Tan, 2 minutes for slash.
I just have one, actually. There was one on Payson earlier.
Maybe that's what I was remembering.
Yeah, I think so. I think each has one. Yost will try again. Shot, saved. She didn't know where that went, but Smart able to fight it off. Regathered by the Lions. Extra player, worked in front. Sorensen couldn't get it on cage. Collision. Yost trying to gather, cannot. And Bear River gave it up.
That's unfortunate, but those passes happen sometimes. Just about getting back down and getting ready to defend.
Again, they have an extra player here. Yolstein.
I mean, with that backer, you technically have 2 open players.
Right in front. No, smart. She's really starting to settle in here. Gave up early goals, but second quarter, third quarter.
She's locked in.
Yep.
She's locked and loaded. Right there, another.
And that is one of the things, very shallow ends to this field. Really hard to have a full-on chase.
Yeah. You got a good couple steps.
Yeah, you got to hit the brakes pretty quickly.
But these are 2 regulations. These are actually the lines that a girls lacrosse field should be. And that's not something everybody's used to.
Yeah. Payson trying to work in front. That pass a little behind. Intercepted by Wilkinson. Bear River can kill off the rest of this time. Criddle. Bringing it ahead here for the Bears.
Oh,
Offside?
offsides, yep.
Yeah,
She was
they had
starting
6
to
up.
correct it, but yep.
The player just came out. So that's interesting. They called an offside right as that time was expiring.
Yeah, but they were offsides before
They
it
were.
happened.
They
so,
were.
Yeah.
Coach Jacobson was kind of looking like, what is happening? Anyway.
They got possession, though.
Yep. Sorensen trying to work through. Jacobson trying to get that angle. Has it shot? No, off the pipe. Wow. Physical battle there. Richard coming up with it for Bear River. Still on a run here. Richard.
A hold.
Yep.
Going to take her to, I believe, an 8-meter opportunity. Hold is a major foul. It is a safety. Safety and fair check.
This is straight away for Bethany Richard, the senior. Plays over. Trying to walk that boundary. It'll stay here.
We'll go over the dot because it was a push, major
Yep.
foul, so it'll be a whistle start. Nice cuts happening from the top of the 8. None of them being found or connected yet.
Getting no stagnation for Bear River. If you're on the field, you got to be moving.
They can't all be moving at the same time. It's going to make it a little bit easier for Payson to defend.
Kept here by Mickelson. Fed in front, shot off the crossbar.
That pole is going to be the goalie's best friend for the rest of their lives.
Good look there for Bear River. Trying to stay on it here. Wilkinson plays back to Larkin. And whistle
Block,
there.
yep.
12-meter start. Jason's been great. 4 goals for her today.
Nice roll. Defense had a great slide, way to communicate, to be able to have each other's backs. Heads are on a swivel on defense, very good. Keeping those sticks up for any passing lanes. At minimum, have your
Yes.
stick up for the passing.
Approaching 5 to go. That came up high, looking for a shot and scoring. Shelby Wilkinson with goal number 4 today.
She didn't beat just one defense. She got past that first one on GLE, but she had another one there to back her up and wasn't able to make any body contact and push her out. Or as I like to say, escort her out. Because we don't push, we guide them. Escort.
That sounds like a coach right there. It wasn't a push. We were just escorting. It's
We were just escorting.
guiding them.
Guiding her off the field.
Over 5 to go here in the third. Bear River was cruising in their non-region play, their region schedule. They had a tough semifinal with Waterford, 12-7. It was their second closest game this year.
Who was their first?
Syracuse.
Syracuse.
12-8.
Oh, yes.
Early in the year. Payson put up a great fight, but another possession here won by Bear River. And this is one where it just kind of feels like this game kind of draining and trying to drain out the energy of Payson with solid possession, active movement. Mickelson, a senior, her and Larkin. A lot of seniors on this roster for Bear River.
Nice pass over. Good defense. Way to have backup.
Mickelson. Pulling this out. Approach 4 to go here in the third quarter. Larkin. Another extended possession here for the Bears. A little bit of room here for Kerrigan. Wilkinson. Larkin. Continuing on. Trying to roll around Sorensen. That one was lost out, and we get a whistle here in the sphere.
Larkin's had an amazing game so far. To have, I think this might be her first, maybe second 8-meter opportunity. She's a right-handed player in a right-handed lane. Great way to set up.
Little jump back, and that one was high.
Yep, it's going to be a yellow for dangerous follow through. Yep.
So the leading scorer for Bear River in this final, having to come off here for 2 minutes.
Larkin, 2 minutes for a dangerous follow through.
All right.
For Bear River, I believe
Yep.
so, yeah.
Can't let those add up.
.245 to go in the third. Payson bringing it ahead. Another 2-minute opportunity here for the Lions. Haven't been able to take advantage of these.
Up, they're offsides.
Yep. But Payson's going to have a great shot here. Fed in front. Jacobson just couldn't get any room to work there. Quick step, shot, and a goal. Payson able to score with the extra player, Mulestein.
She had a little bit of body contact there at the top of the 8, was able to contract off of it, split the defense down lower, and get a great shot off. Way to read the field and get a good shot placement in such a tight frame.
Talk about opportunities. I mean, you get the call, you're what, 20 seconds later, you go down, you score, it's a 3-goal game. And still got another minute and a half or so with the extra attacker. Got to win draws. And if you can do that, get some looks, you could crawl back in this really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
No?
No, I agree. No, I definitely agree, especially with being man up. I think they can really take an elevated approach to this and really utilize that extra body on the field.
Do this again. I don't think that got above shoulders.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'd agree.
Huh?
Yeah, learning.
Yeah.
If it doesn't go above shoulders, the other one it could be is they both moved and they couldn't tell who moved first.
That looked very flat, so I'm
gonna go with your answer too.
And the officials could have called the other one, but
I think you're right.
Draw controlled by the Bears.
Just taking a little lap around the field.
Oh, that pass a little tall. Bear River can't get to it. So Payson will have it off the turnover. And time continuing to run here. They got about another minute.
Block.
Sorensen. Still coming. Leah has a little lane, works in front, and a goal. 2 goals for Payson here with the extra player, and it's a 2-goal difference.
That's actually a really good play. You can tell she's a very strong, dominant, left-handed player. She kind of juked a little bit to her right to get her defense off the course she wanted, swerved back to her left, and was able to get that shot off.
And I think about 40 seconds still with the extra player here for Payson.
Yeah. And so she'll get in for a few minutes. Few seconds.
Yeah.
Milliseconds.
Another big draw here is Payson making this surge with that Bear River yellow. And Bear River. Nice job by Nicholson.
I love that she captured it and took off. A lot of people kind of
Yes, she did. And she read that very quickly off that draw. Able to run underneath it, never took a bounce or anything.
Very well done.
There's time here ticking. 50 seconds left in the third, and here comes Larkin. So back to even strength. 2 goals for Payson. And the player up. Kierstead. That one deflected. Payson with it. Davies trying to stay in. She did not.
All that hard work just for fun.
Yeah.
Ten, 9, 8.
Final seconds of third.
5,
Nicholson coming in.
3.
Had it knocked loose. That'll do it. Through 3, it's back to a 2-goal game. 9-7. Bear River with the lead as the 4th and final quarter of the season right around the corner. Bear River looking for the trifecta, the perfect season and 3 straight state championships 12 minutes away. Payson, though, Kenzie, felt like they started to find a little bit of momentum late in the third.
Yeah, no, they definitely found some momentum. They found some drive. And, we just got to clean up those little fouls and keep playing their game.
And I know Bear River fans might be like, really? But they did have a pair of goals. Now, they both came off of an extra player.
Absolutely.
But you deal with the deck you're handed, right?
Absolutely.
Can they get back to even strength success? We'll find out. Bear Rivers continue to be really strong on possession, on draws. There's still a lot of work for Payson to do because Bear River has not looked shaken by pushes that Payson's had. They've played very calm, collected today.
They played their game. They're very good about staying connected with one another and playing how they know how to play. They
Nicholson.
don't feed off of anybody else's energy except their own.
She'll pull this out to the 12. Just one goal today from Mackenzie Mickelson. Payson's done a nice job. It's been other Bears that have been the real problem. Mickelson, a shot there. That might have hit off post. I thought I heard iron.
Yep. I'd agree to hit off that post, but I did like her little roll dodge when she felt that pressure and then slide on that inside. Yep. Unfortunate.
Bear River quickly to it.
Seconds. Major foul. Going to give her, depending on where it's called, an 8-meter opportunity or up onto the 12.
Just on the inside.
Here's Shelby with her 8-meter opportunities.
She's got 4 goals today. Make it 5.
Shelby has been unstoppable with these 8-meter opportunities. She has made 90% of the ones she's been able to take. She's only ran out of an 8-meter once.
5 goals for Shelby, 5 goals for JC.
That's super great to be able to see that versatility, more than just one player. You have 2, and there's more than that even on the field that are able to sink it to the back of the net. I think we have Mickelson, you said, with 1 already. Not as many as I think as she would hope, but her team's taking care of it for her.
Yeah, and that's one where it's like, look, I mean, you know, as a senior, you'd love to come in and score 5 goals in a state championship game, right? But
it's not realistic.
It's about the rings, about the dub, right? And right now, sometimes your teammates have more opportunities, and due to defenses and just the way the game plays, Mickelson has still played well today.
Absolutely.
This will be Payson possession. Little lane, Sorensen. Still trying to stay with it, centering to Yost, couldn't handle it. Still loose, Bear River on it. I think this is Eve Alsop looking out for Larson. Here comes JC. See Jacobson there trying to still check it loose, could not. JC still on it. JC. And the sphere.
8-meter opportunity for JC. This is, I think, her 3rd. She capitalized on the last one she took.
Larkin will shoot. Save made by Meekum.
What a huge save in such a tight game. You know, we do have some time on the clock, but every save is going to count at this point, especially with the 3-point differential. I did like that JC was sitting there all prepared, cradling very strongly before she head into that 8-meter shot.
Bear River securing the ground ball. Adams. Talk about the possession from Bear River continuing here in the 4th. Mickelson. We might not get to our fun fact. We'll give you a remnant of it. Is working in and scoring. Top shelf is Shelby Wilkinson again for Bear River. They get that 4-goal lead back. So 6 goals for Shelby. She's at 85 this season. Mackenzie Mickelson scored earlier. She's at 113. The 113, you alluded to it, was behind Brooklyn Suttlemeyer.
Yep.
Suttlemeyer scored 115 goals in 2021. She also scored 121 in 2022. Now, there are 2 other players that had even bigger years.
Absolutely.
The one out of Waterford,
Jamison Myers.
Jamison Meyer. 143, I think it was.
Yep, she's now doing great up at, I think, the Navy Academy, playing Division I lacrosse. I think she might be on a mission, but.
Okay,
yeah.
That is the state record
Yes.
for most goals in a season. And again, this is just a short history of this sport being sanctioned.
We got sanctioned in 2020 when the world came to what we know.
That's right. The other one is not in the record book, but Kenzie, you were all over this. Olivia Prosper.
Yeah.
Last year scored 129 goals. As this worked in, saved away by Smart. So Mackenzie had an opportunity to get to 115, move up to maybe fourth in the record book. She's sitting at fifth right now with just under 8 to go.
So where would that put Olivia Prosper if she's not quite in the book yet?
Well, so the number holds. It just hasn't been added to the record book. I'll actually, email the UHSA, let them know about that one.
Yeah, I was like, I swore I knew something.
Yeah, and that is the case. 129 last year. So. It is pretty crazy, though, when you think about it.
That is so many goals.
Well, and not only that, but we've got, 115 and 21, 121 and 22, 129 and 23, and 113 in 24. Like, all of these 100-goal seasons is nuts.
It's absolutely insane. And, it just shows the strength of what their coaches are able to do.
Like that early on, records are going to get added to the record book every year, but you don't expect to have 100 after 100 after 100. Every year. It's just such a high amount. It's remarkable.
Out of this world, yeah.
Turnover here, Payson back on it, 6:45 to go. Mulestein able to get back with it. Fed in front. Yost left it. And here comes Bear River. This is Mickelson. Mickelson has a little seam here. Still on it. Mickelson was fighting that off. They'll show the yellow. Mackenzie will step up here to the line.
She was trying to work her way through that, though.
Yeah.
She's like, protect your stick, get it out in front of me, and kind of make your way through.
So Mickelson will be straight away here. Has the one goal today. Coming in. Oh, stick checked loose, but the call there will do it again. It's always so hard for me to see on those checks, whether it's spearhead, stick, it's all so close in proximity. So
it is very close, and it also, that's why we have 3 refs on the field.
Right. Little step back, underhanded shot just wide.
Yep. She hit her with the follow through. I think that defender was a little bit excited because she's getting the ball.
So that was an underhanded shot, right? Mm-hmm. So even an underhanded follow through?
Yep, she hit her in the body.
Okay, all right. I always kind of associate that as a follow through up high, not necessarily.
Just a follow through, just like baseball. It's sidearm, low for golf. Yeah.
So 5:15 left. Held up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, block can be going right back to her.
Miller. Right in front. Too tall, though, and Smart.
They've had a couple of those today where they've been trying to feed it right in front and just haven't been able to capture it.
And right back. Ooh. Thought Bear River had it. Could not gather. Davies. Tough pass there. That was a good hard close by Wilkinson. Morgan with it. Mulestein. Battle here is just trickling back towards that end line.
That was some talent tiptoeing that line.
Yeah. Rowley. Sends to Sorensen. Trying for a shot. That was high, and closest to was Payson. No, Bear River.
I think we must have some of the Lion fans on this side because I've heard
They
cheering
do.
for both ends. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shade on the other end and sun over here on a very windy day. It's
No
a
one
pretty
wants that
easy
shade.
choice. There's some brave souls on that west end.
Is that west or is that south or north?
That's west. Well, that's kind of northwest west.
Okay,
North is that way.
You were questioning my directions this whole time when you said that.
Timeout taken. 3:15 to go. Bear River looking for state championship number 3. 3:15 to go. Bear River will have it. Mickelson ready to come back on, having served her time. And back to even strength. Wilkinson. Inside of 3. Little lane. McKenna, Mickelson, shot and goal. I said McKenna. That's my niece's name. Mackenzie.
How it's an unforgettable name and an unforgettable goal. That's amazing. Did that hit her third?
114 now.
114.
Yeah.
Almost there, girlfriend.
So one more will tie Settlemeyer's 115 season in 21. That was a beautiful goal.
It was, absolutely.
Yeah, I've got Mackenzie here to my right, and that's Mackenzie. I don't know where.
You know, it's been a little bit of a long day.
Sorry about that, Mickelson family. She'll head here to the drop for one more. This was the score of that semi against Waterford. Getting it. Redo it again. 12-8, their closest battle, that win over Syracuse. And speaks to how good Payson has been. I didn't know if Payson would be able to stay with them, and I think Payson has done a really good job of making it tough for the Bear River offense, and they've capitalized on some opportunities. Payson has.
Absolutely, they certainly have. They've capitalized on great breakaways. You know, they're working together as a team to try and get those assists and goal. And they've won a few draws.
Yeah.
Maybe not this one, but they have won some others.
Well, they do
Look
come up with it. Mulestein. She's got a little seam here. The shot in the goal. A great response from Payson as Mulestein stuck with it, gets the possession and scores.
I think she made that in less than 15 seconds, too.
It was quick.
It was a fast one.
Yeah, I think it was 12. Well, they've got 2:30, so I think it was 15 seconds. I think it was 2:45.
Yeah, something near that, right?
Yep.
It was super great. I spoke too soon, and I'm sorry. I threw some negative juju out there, and that was not nice of me. But she was able to capture that on the draw there, on that high poppy, captured it, and was able to make it through 2 defense. She was sandwiched and still got the goal.
Now tied for the most goals that Bear River's given up this season. Another draw, won by Payson. Sorensen. They started off in the first quarter with draw wins, is what helped them got off to their start.
Yeah, no, they came out as a very, very strong component, and here they are once again off of that timeout, coming out super strong against the Bears.
We saw Brighton make a real late push in the final minutes of what was a 5-6 goal deficit at one point. That one just ringing off. Mulestein with it, trying to scrap through, looking to center. Sorensen trying to gather for Payson. Leah has it, the shot, and the save. No, that trickles in.
Oh, no.
Credit Sorensen with the goal, her third.
Wow, that is an awesome moment for the Lions. Unfortunate for the Bears. but they've never been happier, I can promise you that.
It's down to 3. This was how Brighton kind of played out against Olympus.
It's true, yeah. Lots of tight speed.
Jacobson and Nicholson on the draw.
She made that in like, what, 40 seconds-ish? They are
Yeah.
chopping down these seconds.
Yep. You got to keep withdraw wins here, and I think it's Jacobson in to take these.
It is, yeah. She's taking the last couple of draws. I think it's made the world of difference.
State championship, another draw win to Sorensen. Payson. Oh, Bear River taking that away. Wilkinson.
Yeah, they're definitely going to try and hold it as far away from pressure as they can.
I was going to say that might be it, right? With how Bear River can possess and has possessed today with a 3-goal lead inside the final 80 seconds. I think the Bear faithful feeling good is in the sphere there to stay with Bear River.
Yeah, the fans weren't happy about that one, but it was a very good call. It was in her sphere as self-start here around the 12.
Payson gave a heck of a battle today. First
Nice
time they've
dodge.
been in a state championship game. Weren't overwhelmed by the moment nor the opponent. Came out swinging early. Surges in the second and third.
Nice turnover and snatch off of the end line.
Davies looking for that clear. Here's Yost. 30 seconds to go. Looking up for Jacobson. And Bear River disrupting. It'll be Payson possession. Final 15 seconds from Zions Bank Stadium. The Bear River Bears, I believe, will be the first team to go 3 straight. 12-9, Bear River over Payson, your 4A, 3-time 4A state champion Bear River Bears.
They have shown and proved to everybody that they are a force to be reckoned with. Bear River Bears are phenomenal. They have amazing coaches. Jeremy Webb, his son Jeremy Webb. They all are phenomenal coaches that have led these girls to such great seasons. They have longevity. They have consistency. They have what it takes to continue being the best in 4A.
Payson gave them the best battle they faced all year.
Absolutely.
And, 18-2 on the year for Payson Region champs. They finished as runner-ups. I know they're going to be disappointed, especially some of these seniors. Morgan Jacobson, one of the best. And Carol Yost, another one of those seniors. McKenna Meekum, senior goalie for Payson. But there's nothing for them to be disappointed about. Heck of a year for Payson. But just ran into a better team in Bear River here today. Kenzie, your final thoughts and a selection of a player of the game.
You know what? I got to be honest. I thought this game would be a little bit different, but Lions proved me wrong. They came out and they showed up and showed all of their talent that they can possibly have here. They left nothing left in their tanks. They put it all out on the field, and they had a phenomenal game. They have great talent, and I'm sure we'll see them back here in the future.
Yeah, I mean, what a job Coach Jacobson has done with this program, getting it here to a state championship game. They played well. They fought hard. And good group at Payson. They do have good youth coming back. Leah Sorensen, just a junior. Mulestein as well. But great game tonight for both these two teams. Bear River completes the undefeated season, 20-0. Third straight state championship for the Bears. As we're going to hang around here for trophy presentations. What a fun year. As our girls lacrosse season coming to a close here. The top seed in 4A, the top seed in 5A both get it done, and the 2 seed in 6A, your state champions. As we head down to the field for the trophy presentation.
Executive Director Rob Cuff. And representing the executive committee is Bear River Principal A.J. Gilmore. Congratulations to both teams for their efforts and tremendous sportsmanship. The second place trophy is presented to Payson High School. The 4A State Championship Trophy is presented to Bear River High School. The UHSAA would like to thank the staff of Real Salt Lake Academy for their hospitality and assistance in hosting the state championships. Thank you for your attendance and continued support of high school activities. Thank you for your sportsmanship, and please drive home safely.